Hi, I'm Shlomik from Job Test Prep, and in this video we'll talk about the application process for the banking summer internship, what it includes, the ability assessments that you will take, the main challenges you will be facing, and how to ace them and secure your place in one of the leading banks and investment firms. Let's get started. Every year, most of the banks and investment firms offer students in the second last year of their degree an opportunity to join the organization through a summer internship program. The summer internship usually lasts 8 to 10 weeks, and by the end of it, you may be offered a full-time job. The banking summer internship will not only amp up your resume, but it's an opportunity that can change the course of your career and professional life. As one of the most desired and sought-after programs in the financial world, the organizations receive thousands and thousands of applications, and with only limited spots to fill, the competition is high, and you must shine and stand out to be accepted. Every firm has its own multi-step application process that may differ between positions and even change year to year. And as you probably want to apply to more than one firm, the whole process might be a bit confusing. So let's make it easier for you. For most firms, the application process includes 4 steps in the following order or similar: submitting a CV and a cover letter, a phone interview, assessment tests, and a pre-recorded interview or a variation of it, the job simulation. In some cases, you will have to undergo a face-to-face or live online interview with a recruiter or a professional manager or attend an assessment center. To ensure you pass these steps, you must familiarize yourself with each unique feature and difficulty. Today, we will focus on 2 of these steps: the pre-recorded interview as part of the job simulation and the various assessment tests you will take. Let's dive in. A job simulation is a general term for tasks that mimic different aspects of the job you applied for. While it can include exercises like case studies, role-playing, and email writing tasks, the pre-recorded interview job simulation has become a mandatory stage in many banks and investment firms' recruitment process, including HSBC, Goldman Sachs, EIB, and UBS. You will receive pre-recorded questions or tasks that you will need to address by recording yourself on your phone or computer through an online platform. Usually, you will have between 30 seconds to 2 minutes to prepare your answers and up to 3 minutes to record them. Although the pre-recorded interview can contain different kinds of tasks, it will almost always include common interview questions. This is a crucial step of the application process, and although it's only you and the camera, you should treat it like a real in-person interview and act accordingly. You can learn more about job simulation and pre-recorded interviews and how to prepare in the link in the description. Depending on the firm you're applying for, you will take between 1 and 5 tests. Each assesses a different aspect of your abilities: numerical reasoning, verbal reasoning, logical reasoning, situational judgment test, and a personality questionnaire to assess your behavioral tendencies. Another factor you need to consider is the firm's test provider, as each applies a different assessment and scoring method and varies in difficulty levels. Popular providers you must have heard of are SHL, Aon, TalentQ, and Capfinity. Passing the test is often not enough, and getting a high enough score might seem out of reach, as this is the part where most candidates are being rejected. Let's go through these tests. The numerical reasoning test is the most common assessment test in the summer internship application process. It measures your mastery of basic mathematical operations, emphasizing your ability to read charts and tables and analyze the data quickly and efficiently. Let's see how it looks. These questions have a lot of data, most of which is irrelevant to the answer. To reach the correct answer quickly, you need to review the data efficiently while integrating several information sources. There are various techniques to do so, and you can find them all in our summer internship preparation pack in the link below. The verbal reasoning test assesses your ability to retrieve and analyze information and draw logical conclusions from verbal data. There are many forms to this test, and it varies between organizations. Here's an example of how it may look. The question we just saw resembles the questions of the Aon or CUT-E tests used by firms like Morgan Stanley and BNP Paribas. The main challenge to this question is that to reach the correct conclusion, you will need to sort through a tremendous amount of information that includes technical terms and financial processes under a strict time limit. Learn more about the Aon or CUTE assessments in the link in the description. The logical reasoning test assesses your ability to recognize rules and patterns and evaluate your inductive and deductive reasoning competencies. One of the most popular types of logical reasoning questions is the logical sequence, in which you are given a series of images or shapes and you will need to identify the missing piece of the pattern. Let's see an example. These multiple shape patterns can be pretty confusing, and the trick to overcoming this obstacle is to quickly identify a rule and apply it to the whole sequence. If it works, you got it. If not, move on to the next rule. The popularity of situational judgment tests is on the rise in the finance sector, as it looks at more than just your cognitive abilities, but assesses your behavior and attitude in the workplace, and evaluate your compatibility to the organization's culture. You will be presented with work-related scenarios followed by several reactions that you will need to choose, rate, or rank as most or least effective. Here's a sample question for you. Although it might seem like there are no right or wrong answers, you need to remember that your choices reflect your work-related personality. As such, the correct response can differ by position and organization. Before taking the test, take a look at the company's website and search for its R values page and for your role description and pick your choices accordingly. The personality questionnaire assesses your traits, characteristics, preferences, and tendencies, as it aims to predict how well you'll fit the job and the organization's culture. There are several versions of the personality questionnaire. You can be presented with a series of statements that you will need to choose which describes you best or least, with a Likert scale in which you will need to indicate the accuracy of a statement, or with a series of self-described statements that you will need to choose which describes you best. Since each position and organization requires different traits, you need to make sure your answers match the job's characteristics and the organization's values, while remaining true to yourself. Learn all about personality assessments in the link in the description. Every bank and investment firm has a different summer internship application process, and as you probably applied for more than one organization, you need to master all the different types of tests and assessments. For that exact reason, we created a complete, accurate, and constantly updated preparation pack that sets you up for all the banks you applied for. For more info, check out the link in the description below. As always, I hope you've enjoyed and learned. Now it's your turn to practice. Good luck.